safe to say that those days, for me, Adam and Nick, were probably the happiest days of our lives. Until we met our respective wives and girlfriends.
As some of you may know, Adam and I actually lived together for a little while in our 20s. And we lived in Stratford in a place called the Lodge, which, for those of you who don't know, was a mock Tudor cottage with a garden of about an acre or so set in the middle of nowhere, which in hindsight seems a bit of a strange place for two single heterosexual men to live, especially if there's only one bedroom. There was two. We used the second one as a game room. Like that is true. And we moved into the lodge, this garden, it's not fire, it's dungeon. There's a lot of comments about the closeness of our relationship, and it's the exact sentiment we had. And this disgusted Adam, not because he was worried that people were going to think he was gay, but because he didn't want to settle for someone like myself. In his words, he could do way better than me. As you guess, he's never met a mirror that he didn't like. And it was about this time that I brought back a new girlfriend to Adam. Yeah, we're going there. I brought back a new girlfriend to meet Adam at the lodge. And I was always nervous about Adam meeting my girlfriend because he would, without fail, try to make it as difficult as possible for me and embarrass me, usually by calling them by the last girlfriend's name, on purpose. So on this occasion, I warned him, please behave yourself. So we got home, and Adam was already back, and he was out mowing the lawn on his little sit-up lawnmower.
Naked.
He came over, and it was really nice, very pleasant, quite funny, just quite normal. And I foolishly started to think, he's matured, finally. It wasn't until I went inside that I realised Adam had been quite busy. He decorated my bedroom, and my bed in particular, with handcuffs, more than one pair, and a lot of women's underwear. Hanging off the curtain rails, the bed, drawers, French knickers, thongs, fat pants, you name it. He'd gone out shopping especially. It got worse. We looked outside the window to see Adam climbed on top of the shed with the biggest smile on his face, pointing down the grass into which he had mowed what can only be described as a 15-foot penis. He was 26 years old.
It's not as easy as it looks.
To be fair, the artistic quality was quite high. So when Lois says to me that she feels like sometimes she's got two kids, I kind of understand exactly what it is.
The fun part to follow, to be fair. I too also had the pleasure of living with Adam back in the early days. We never lasted long. I think we only lasted a few months together. It wasn't long before our wardrobes became one. We started growing similar facial hair from each other, and his love for sausages became far too much to handle. There was a point where I think a lot of people thought me and Adam would actually settle down as a couple together. I think most of our friends, my family, Adam's family, had all had concerns, but I don't think our shopping trips out together, our love for fashion, or those leather trousers actually helped. But it wasn't to be. As soon as I got married in 2009, Adam soon realised that I was not the man he wanted me to be. I was pleased that he accepted my offer to be best man on that occasion, and organising my stag do or any trip abroad is certainly Adam's forte. I'm not sure Lois agrees about that. It certainly wasn't 5-star accommodation where we were, but it had enough room for Adam to run around with his pants on, or better still, without his pants on, making helicopter noises.
But if it's true,
You know it's true. I don't know what we're moving on to the final night of my stag weekend, we ended up in a place where the most predominant attire was leather, rubber, PVC, barbed wire, you name it. There was not many heterosexual couples in sight. It may have been an accident, but I think I passed the test. If not, I don't think we would have made it all here today.
On the subject of trips abroad, as Keith mentioned, a couple of years ago, Adam and I went to Pamplona to run with the Bulls, which was an amazing experience and gave us some great memories.
No, he isn't.
We'll see. You did promise. One of my favourite memories was on the first morning of the bull run, when the firework went off to let us know that the bulls had been released and run our way. And I looked at him and it hit him, he realised what he got himself in for. And as we waited for the bulls to come around the corner, he took off, like you say, Bolt, screaming. And I want to know exactly what he was screaming. Please, not my face. It's true. Actually, on our, I think our second morning in Pamplona, we joined the guided tour. Who were telling us a bit of history about the place, and were saying that Pamplona was in the Basque region, and they were fiercely independent of their status and wanted to be separate to Spain and didn't want to be considered Spanish, which was all interesting stuff. Unfortunately, Adam forgot this when he got dressed to go out for the evening and wore a t-shirt with a Spanish flag plastered across it. And we bought some tickets from a tickets out to the bullfight at the local bullfight arena. So we walked in and started trying to find our seats. Within, I'd say, about 20 to 30 seconds, we started to be pelted with plastic bottles, drinks, crisps, you name it, anything they had to hand, they threw at us. And we turned around and we saw about 20 or 30 very big, very hairy, very angry Pamplonians shouting and gesturing and presumably swearing at us. Not being the sharpest tools in the box, it took us a couple of minutes to figure out that it was Ad's t-shirt that was the issue. And so Ad reacted in the only way that he knows how to, taking his top off. If anything, that made it worse. I tried to make clear that I didn't even know them. Okay. We both took bottles to the head, and we had to leave. £100 for less than 3 minutes. We didn't see a single bull. And on the subject about making friends with the locals, we move on to the stag weekend.
Oh, come on.
Yes, the stag weekend.
Come on.
What can we say about the stag weekend? As many of you know, the venue was Amsterdam, Holland. The very city conjures up many images in people's minds. However, I can safely say that we experienced more of a cultural side to Amsterdam. We had a lovely boat ride in the canals with the guys in the room. Spot cycling through the city. Sorry? No, I haven't seen much alcohol. A spot of cycling through the city, which is all very Dutch, and while maintaining a healthy lifestyle and ensuring that Adam always has one of his 5 a day. Again, in typical fashion, the outfit we purchased for Adam to wear to embarrass him turned out to be what he preferred to wear for the whole trip. He liked the image. Ryan, cue in here. And next, I believe you also got As many of you know, they're off to the honeymoon tomorrow in Wales. Well, Adam told me he was going to Bangor for 2 weeks. Which was a shame, because he was really nice. Okay, the key change, we're going to get a bit sincere and serious about Adam. I remember when Adam first met Lois a few years ago, I think he told Jamie and I fairly soon that he met a girl in Chester he was really keen upon. I think he actually said that she was the one, and there's no playing called Believe Me. And I remember the first time I met Lois, Ad had invited me up to Chester for a fancy dress party.
which was a movie theme. And he said, there's a girl I really like, see if you can guess which one she is, I'm going to tell you. And I have to say, within about 3 or 4 seconds of walking in the door, I guessed it was Lois that he had his eye on. I don't know, maybe there was something in the air that night, maybe it was the way they exchanged looks as they walked in. It could have been the fact that Lois was wearing the most skin-tight, figure-hugging Catwoman outfit I've ever seen. And as we established, Adam is partial to a bit of leather. But it genuinely has mean a lot to both Jamie and I to be part of their special day. I've known Adam for almost 30 years. I know you can't tell. And I don't think we've ever had a crossword in that time. He does get naked a lot. I think we can all do with that. But that side, he's a great friend, and he's the type of person who's always there when you need him to be. And I've, having known him for that time, I feel like I know him pretty well. I can genuinely say I've never seen him as happy as since he met Lois. And I think Lois is very, very good for Adam, and I hope Adam is good for Lois as well. Sounds cheesy, but I actually think Adam's actually found what he's been looking for. Okay. I thought so. And as lucky as I think Adam is for marrying Lois, he is. I think Lois is equally lucky for marrying Adam, although she's way, way, way too good looking. I'm not serious.
Deep breath. Deep breath. I do have a habit of getting emotional at weddings, and although we have joked about Adam, this is the part to tell you about his true character. We have been fortunate enough to have had some really good times together, and we've also had some bad times together. Leather bad times. It's very true that we have on many occasions laughed together and also cried together. But I do know that Adam has always been someone who's been there for me whenever I've needed him. Straight off the wine. And I know that he'll always be there for Lois and for Ida as well. I know that. Anyway, I'll put in brackets. I bloody hope I'm not crying now. It has been a wonderful day. It's been a superb day, and long may it continue. So, finally, on behalf of Nick and myself, I'll put the walls down. Can you please be upstanding and toast to the bride and groom?
Bride and groom.
Ladies and gents, just before we retire, back over to the conservatory, so as we can turn the room around ready for this evening's entertainment. I'd like to invite Mr. and Mrs. Palmer to cut the cake. So if we give them a round of applause, guys.